So best friends got each other's back. We used to cruise around with a bass to the max. Everyone at school while I was in the lab, cooking up some beats that would turn into tracks. High school chillin', I was on a mission. I had bigger dreams of being a musician. Teachers always talked but I couldn't seem to listen. I lived in a fantasy land, they called it fiction. But I was gonna be big one day, playing shows on the road to a sold out stage. Nobody really cared or believed I would make it anywhere close, I would fail and fade. But that's cool, I love that, cause any little doubt gives me energy back. And now I'm in a place where I'm glad I never gave up on the dreams I had. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. Yeah, let's go. So if you want something big, you gotta swing fast, swing hard and commit. You might miss 10 times, but when you win, just make sure that you get all of it, okay? People at the top took risks. Investing and testing is all that they did. It's not complicated, it just takes grit. So never give up, take a swing at it. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things, and big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen, anyone who did anything took a big swing.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Pick and Roll, episode 157. Coach, this is a surprise, man. This is a big surprise. How you doing?
I'm good and, hanging in there. How about you, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just hardcore sports doing its thing. Got Sixers and Knicks tonight. That's gonna be fun, I feel like. So yeah, doing well. Doing really well. Cold though. Cold.
Yeah, I know.
And here's Rios.
What's up, Rios?
Man, I haven't seen you in forever, Coach. How you been?
Yo, I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for asking, man. So glad to be back. So how you doing, bro?
Just trying to survive in this crazy world.
True that. This is a crazy world, but let's not go there.
Yeah. Let's just say we live in the worst timeline.
Yeah. So
Rios, I wanted to ask you, how'd that show of yours go last night? The one,
it went pretty well. So it was recorded, but that one, it's with a Latino network, and they focus more on like their players. So we spoke mostly about the players that showed up in the Super Bowl, like Christian Gonzalez and for the Patriots, and then we also talked about the impact of like the pretty controversial, but like that halftime show, it meant it to a lot of us that are from other countries. Our parents came from other countries. So seeing someone like one of us up there on the big stage, it meant a lot to a lot of us. That's the main thing we really talked about.
I actually liked the halftime show. I did, even though I could not understand a single word. But
music's I didn't understand
it. Coach, did you enjoy the Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh, it was fun. I mean, it was good. I mean, let me put it like this. When I lived in Somerset, I had a Venezuelan upstairs, a Dominican right next door to me. I had one Puerto Rican cattle corner across from me, and one Mexican. And music like that, 3:00 in the morning, it could be pumping, and I'm like, that to me was just normal. So it's like, it was cool. I was jamming to it. So rolling around my apartment with the music on, and plus it's in a sense it's it's almost part of my culture. Being my mother's from the if her side of the family is from the Caribbean, so it's whether it's merengue, calypso, reggae, whatever,
On the song,
reggaeton. I mean,
all of it.
yeah, it's all right. You may not understand the words, but you can pick up the vibe. I forgot who said it, and it was perfect. You can feel the vibe,
Yep.
and that's really what it's about, man. If you can make me move and really get this old body moving, then it's good music.
Yeah. That's with me and the K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't understand Korean, but I'm jamming to it.
My youngest daughter, she taught herself Korean. She got my mother into K-pop. My mother's like, I don't understand the words, but she always watches and listens. So music, always say music is universal.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that one was like what the highest rated Super Bowl halftime show like ever.
No, they did the adjusted numbers. He's like number 4. I'm still 128 million, which is crazy because more people watch the halftime show than the actual Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And it's
Yeah.
never released the global numbers yet, because mind you, this is broadcast all over the world, and it's not fair because in Puerto Rico, that gigantic watch party, you had like thousands of people in the streets watching it.
mhm.
Doesn't give you a
Yeah.
true picture of how many people were actually tuned in just for the halftime show. Because the game itself,
I
yeah,
don't know. I love the game. It was beautiful.
no, it was good from a defensive standpoint because I'm a defensive player. Like I enjoyed
Exactly.
that part of it, I enjoyed, but I expected more of a fight from the Patriots.
Well, in the first half, I did see the fight. You're right, and that's why. Because at halftime, I went downstairs, told the guard, I was like, "If you're a defensive guy like me, you love this 9-0." I was like, I was in heaven, man. I was just like, yes,
No,
you
in our
know,
group
this,
chats, we were texting, like, man, this game's probably going to end like 12-3. The kicker wins MVP.
exactly, exactly. So, but I get it. I get everybody else loves points. They love the scoring and all that. Me, 2-0 Mudfield game. I'm in heaven. Because
yeah,
I'm looking at strategy. That's the whole point. And when I watch the game, I'm thinking, all right, I see what you're doing. So this is what I would do when I'm going up against you. How would you counter, or how would I counter what they're doing? So I'm different, and I get it. So everyone is not as analytical as me and dissects the game a whole lot different. They don't consume the game the way that I do and the way that I dissect it. So
Yeah, and a lot of people's minds, a 50-54 game is a good game. To me, that's just terrible defense.
yeah, yeah. I'm, I'm like,
It's fun to watch, but as a person who used to play the sport, I'm like, damn, bro, like not a single stop.
just play two hand touch, man. Just play two hand touch if you're gonna play it like that, man. Because it's like, I can't.
yeah.
Yeah.
So before we get into basketball, I just gotta say Kenneth Walker's got a bright future. My God, what a talent he is! They got a good one in
I'm calling
Seattle.
us right now. Come to Houston, please.
Don't you have Damian Pierce or something?
He got cut a long time ago.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I forgot. Who's your running back now?
Well, it was supposed to be Joe Mixon, but
He got injured.
mysterious injury that no one has disclosed in over a year. I'm like, I have never seen anything like that.
Is he still even on the roster?
He's probably going to get cut because they saved like $8 million cutting him. So, and he's going to be over 30 this year. So I'm like, yeah.
That's crazy.
Usually
That's
how it goes
crazy.
for this age.
Yeah. All right. So let's just get into it, man. The buyout market is here, and Cam Thomas is on the Milwaukee Bucks. I wanted him for my Sixers, honestly. So
A lot of
good
teams.
move by Milwaukee. Yeah. A lot of teams did.
I can't lie. I was surprised. I hit MYG and he was just like, they're stupid. He doesn't understand why they let him go, and it was just
Like you couldn't even get one draft pick, just one. Like
supposedly nobody around the league wanted him, so it was just they knew the Nets were going to be forced to have to cut him. So it's to me, it's just play out the season with him. I mean, he was really I mean, he was one of your better scorers. Because what else do you have over there? I mean, it's not like they play elite defense. So I mean,
Yeah.
a few games that I've seen, it was just like I thought they were headed that way, and then they just started 50-point loss, 40-point loss, 30. I'm like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
can't-
Utah having a tankathon right now. See who can suck the most, but for what? There's no real There's no Cooper Flags. There's no Wimbies in this draft. Like, who are you tanking for?
Whatchamacallit from Utah? I mean, not Utah, BYU. I keep hearing about that kid.
yeah, I forget his name. I can't pronounce his name. AJ, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, our point guard for Houston, he should be a top 5 pick, but I mean, he's not like one of those guys that's going to turn your franchise around. He's going to take some time to develop.
Forgot my name.
He's a teenager and still, undersized.
Mhm. How
There
you
was only
doing,
that
Blake?
one girl that said I was undersized, and we were just in the pool. It was cold out that day.
Oh, how's it going, Blake?
Chilling. What's happening?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. We were just talking about Cam Thomas.
Oh, we weren't talking about fights.
If you want to talk about fights, if you
You know how
want
much
to
I
talk
love
about
talking about everything that doesn't have anything to do with on the court stuff. Well, it was on
Yeah.
the court.
It was on the court, to be fair.
It was
It
no
was.
malice in the palace, but
Jeez.
Greatest fighter of
Always
all time.
Pistons. It's the last 40 years, it's always the Pistons.
they gotta keep that rep up. They gotta keep that tough guy rep up, I guess. Bad boys. 9.2.
Yeah, didn't Stewart get 7 games today?
So he should have got the rest of the season, if you ask me.
The suspensions are ridiculously
Well,
low.
not just because of what he did, because his is recurring. I mean, he just keeps
Yeah.
doing it.
Plus,
You know,
he came off the bench.
Yeah. And then there's no remorse. There's no I shouldn't have done that. I wait for a fight. That's all I want to do. He cares more about that than and I get it. And we've mentioned this before, and I'm not against having that thug on your team, having one of those guys that could go out and bully people around. Bullies are good to have on your team for some things, but even like you don't leave the bench, and I don't care. They say, well, he's like my brother, and we're really close, and I get that. I get the whole brotherhood thing, but your job tells you, no matter what, don't leave the bench.
Yep.
And then he didn't just leave the bench. He was ready for a damn full-fledged fight. I mean, it wasn't like someone shoved him and I get the whole mess with my boy, mess with me thing. Trust me. I get that. I get the whole team unity thing too. I get it. Trust me.
But here's the thing that players need to understand. If you go out there, you're also hurting your team long term. Because now you want to be there and protect your boys, right? Well, now you're going 7 games, so you can't be out there. And if something happens and things start to spiral, you know who's going to get the blame. And in that locker room, players might give you the side eye.
And put yourself in the coaches. I mean, you're a coach. I've done some coaching. You put yourself in that. It's a tough situation because you don't want to break up that unity, that brotherhood. And you heard it from the coach. He's like, sometimes you get it when it's your boy, and that's your closest on the team too. It's not just your teammate. That is your guy that you're always hanging out with, and you don't want to see nothing happen to him. And you're overprotective. I get the big brother, little brother scenario too because I've been there. Father son, otherly fatherly sonly type stuff. I get all that. But you got to have that restraint, especially when you're that guy that's been in that position over and over and over. 7 games is not enough, if you ask me. I mean,
yeah, I was kind of surprised too. I'm like, because this isn't, like I said, this is a repeat offender, and
it's still a lot. Don't get me wrong; it can affect, like Coach is saying, that does affect the team now. When you do talk about being gone for a whole week and you got to make moves around, but it's like throw the book at him, send a message to the rest of the league. We get brotherhood, defending your boy and all that, and fighting, but it's against the rules. Playing it, we just don't do that here. Go put some skates on and play hockey if you want to, fight during the game type shit. It's like,
yeah.
I'm not a fan of it, but I can't say I haven't been in fights of my own on the court. So it's like, I get it.
You were on the court. See, that's the difference. That's why I'm saying he came off the bench.
Yeah.
On the court, and then usually a game or two. Then as a coach, I'm like, man, look, all right.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it. See the moment, do what you got to do, whatever. Blase, and then you keep it moving. But when you're coming off the bench,
well, I'll take it a step further. In my hometown last year, it was a father that took offense and came off of the one side from his son, went over to the other side to attack another fan, which turned into players pushing him along the way. He got into a fight with a player, and they knew who he was because he was the star kid's dad. He was wearing his kid's number shirt on his jersey, on his shirt, so they knew who he was. And he was a big dude. He was known for doing this shit. I ran the parks where this dude, his whole family was famous for. They're going to disrupt shit if it gets disrespectful, and people are going to, if they take it that way. And he did, but it was all over the news. The kid had to be embarrassed because that's my dad, going out there for me. Like, I can't fight my own battles, pulling me away whenever the players start going at it. And it's like, yeah, the bench thing is the worst. And I'm mad as a whole that they didn't, say, you know what, if you come off the bench, you're gone for a month or something big to be like, shit. That's a paycheck, then you got to hit their pocketbook. That's the only time they're going to listen. If you hit their pocketbook, let's suspend them and fine them.
Well, if you're suspended, you lose your paycheck. So that is your fine.
And at the same time, I'll take this a step further. And I'm not a huge person against this, but possibly in our lifetime, I think we see the end of court storming and field storming. And you look at Duke. I'm a fan. I don't mind. I was in it. I did it. IUP. We ripped down a goalpost. We carried it around the campus. We went to the Division II championship. Whatever. I get it. It's amazing. It's a thing you're going to talk about your whole life that you stormed the court. Duke, North Carolina, just the other night. North Carolina hits the buzzer beater. Now there's all the and you got to take the he said she said stuff. Coaches are saying fans were punching me, hitting me, the back of my head. Because they're just fans. They don't give a fuck. They better probably have drunk and high anyway. They went to watch the game. Their team just won. So now we got cheerleaders, players that are in danger, because I'm not worried about the players that are the team that won that come on. They're at a party. They're going to have fun. They're going to jump around and be partying. But when you get a mix of someone who wants to cause trouble from the other side that their team just lost, and they're going out there hitting coaches and maybe cheerleaders and shit, then you're talking sexual harassment, assault, and shit like that. And I'm like, I can really see them saying no court storming anymore. I don't want them to
do that now. They do that now in college football where the teams are being fined, and it's a couple $100,000. Yep. So, but the thing is, it's hard when it's the fans storming the court, because how can you control? You could say it, no, but it's like that State Farm commercial with whatchamacallit, the guy with the stop sign. You can hold the stop sign, but
whistle's gonna stop 100,000 fans.
Yeah, or in basketball, 15,000. I agree with what Blaze is saying. I totally agree with it.
Tough to police.
It is tough to police, and like
especially basketball, because they're right there. They're
when you got
one
liquor,
step you're on the court.
And you got that liquor going in.
College kids are going to party. Period.
It is hard. So I mean, now
even kids that don't drink and party before big sports events, guess what they do? They drink and party.
Exactly. So I get it. I'm with you. So, I just wanted to. What's his name? Dark Lumen.
Yeah.
It should be different amount of games based on the punches connected or not.
Yeah,
he's always being silly. He's trolls.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, no, it's about the intent. Because if you threw a punch and it missed, somebody moved versus he couldn't get out the way and you connected, it's still the same intent. Yeah. So that's what they're trying to do. So, now if you take your hand and you mush them, that is not considered a punch because it's not as violent. But if you wind up and you go, close fists, it's about the intent, whether you connect or not. And I've been a league executive, and that was the rule that in football. It's not a matter, and look, guys got equipment on. It's not a matter if you missed or whatever.
Well, would you get in trouble doing that on the street? Then you should get in trouble doing that spitting on someone, kicking them in the face, anything.
Yeah.
That's violence, and we don't need that. I mean, it's a competitive game. I get it, the spirit of it. Real quick at the court storming before I move on. The one thing about if we go old school on this too, you remember when they used to storm the court or the field, the championship, or then it became you beat the number one team, then it did it. Now it's like the number 20 team beating the 8 team and we're storming the court. That's why, I mean, if it's once in a blue moon, it hardly ever happens, you don't have this problem. But once these kids start seeing, oh, every time we beat a ranked team, we're going to storm the court and they're going to do it on our court. Fuck that. Maybe I got a knife. Maybe I'm so high and I got a knife and I'm like, I hate that team. And you get into rivalries, Ohio State, Michigan, North Carolina, Duke, some not as much, but hate each other. And I just don't want it to see something horrible happen. You know, we got harmless shit like a streaker at the Super Bowl. You know, did you hear what he did though? The streaker guy? I don't know if this is true or not, but he bet $50,000 that someone would streak at the Super Bowl. Then he did it, cashed in for $400,000.
He shouldn't. I'm sorry, he shouldn't, because
he's gonna have someone do it for him. You get around, he'll have
system, man.
Have your boy do it for
Hey.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow
Get your money somehow. Get your money somehow.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of like, damn it.
No, exactly.
I'm going to jail for a night for $500,000.
Exactly.
I don't agree with it, but I get it.
Yeah, it's like punishment for that shit should be.
But if I'm the
worse.
bookie,
Yeah,
and I find out, I'm like,
taking
wait a minute.
Well, yeah.
That you bet the money and then you went out and street. No. I'm not paying you for that. That's
Yeah,
fixing. That's
them soccer
fixing the
matches
game.
in Europe. Those soccer matches, they kill people over there. You gotta watch.
Yeah. I think so.
Different
That's the
story.
second time that he did that. That's the second time
Yeah,
that guy did.
it's the second time he stormed the field like that, and he painted his company's advertising all around him. Like it's kind of funny at the same time.
It is. But
It's like he's promoting his
Free-
business
exactly.
and
free publicity. Exactly.
well, same thing. Let's go back to the same thing with the fighting. If they put that person who stormed a field in prison for 10 years, you don't see many people storming the fields anymore. You know what I mean? Like if the
Right.
punishment is severe enough for leaving the bench and throwing a punch, like your season's over, no matter if it's first game or 82nd. Like that's, I mean, I don't know. It's never going to stop because emotion takes over. I'm not defending it, but I'm just saying I understand it because I've been there. When you're pushed to a point where, you know, you should beat this team, or it's a playoff game and your season's going to be over and you're just furious about losing to this fucking team and you want to take it out on someone. And the next thing you know, someone dunks on you or they shove you after they get a shot on you, just rubbing it in.
Yeah.
You want to fight somebody.
Yeah. So Mello actually brought up about Jalen Duren, and he's allowed to play in the All-Star game, but he's missing he got suspended, 5 games?
There's going to be exceptions. You get forced. The third man should always get, just like in hockey, the third man in should get a big punishment. And if you're the guy taking the first punch, you should, it's not really your fault if you're backing up.
Didn't Durham get 2 games? I thought he got 2 games.
He got 2 or something? I don't know. I just thought it was a handful of games.
2.
Yeah, he got 2
got
games.
games.
Thank you, Mello.
You got to send a message. It's as much as things like this, like the streaking and the fighting and the weird things you see, court storming. You want to see punishments. You don't see anybody get hurt for real or anything serious happen. I mean, who was that? Was it a skater back in the day? Was it 80s? He got stabbed in the neck or whatever.
Wait,
like
what?
weird? No, a tennis player. They went on to they stabbed.
Oh,
her
Monica. What
Yeah.
is it? Monica Seles.
Yeah. Like fans are crazy, dude. Like literally crazy, especially when you're a woman and it's a man stalking you too. You never know what these crazies can do.
Yep. And we actually got someone, SJ Ray Chirp. We need MMA
Hey,
ball.
SJ.
Wait, WWE2. That's your guy. Ha. That's a good one, man. How's it going? But yes. Who else got suspended? Just those 3?
No, there was like 5 people that got suspended.
There's a number of players, but I mean, none of them were super long. I think the longest one was like 7 games. Like,
Well, it's bad enough. I mean, we talked about the last few weeks, the injury epidemic. Like some teams are dealing with like 7, 8, 9 players out. Like I think.
Oh, you mean like Utah and LA? Yeah.
Oh, I'll get to that. No, I'm talking about the Pacers. Pacers tonight. I forget who they're playing. They're playing the Nets. I'm taking the Nets. Take the Nets. It's the G League team playing because the Pacers have like 10 people out. Like everyone is out. So it's like when you have that bad enough, then you're going to get 4 people into a fight, get more suspended. You're really, like Coach said at the beginning, hurting your team when it comes down to it.
Don't let me get me started on the Pacers.
Yeah, this is the time where low management comes really into play.
And let's talk about that for a second, Coach, because this is part of an 82-game season or 192-game season. Because coming as a Sixer fan, they lost to the Hornets by 30, and the Hornets were in last place. Oh, full panic mode. They're not making the playoffs. Trade everybody. Fire the whole, gambit of coaches. This happens in the NBA. These are professional teams. Even if a team sucks, quote unquote sucks, during that season, you can lose to them by 30. And then the next night you can win by 40. I'm sure if we dig deep enough into stats, go back to dominant teams like the Bulls or the Pistons, and there might have been a game that year they lost by 25 to a team that sucked. You know what I mean? Like, as long as it's not, it sucks. Coach, I get you. It grinds my gears when your team is playing well and loses to a team they should beat. But
like the Sixers to the Hornets.
I just said that when you took your little piss break. And that's what I mean. You can't lose total hope on your. It's okay to be disgusted.
Oh, no. It's not,
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying this is what it leads to. This is what it leads to. If it happens repeatedly, then you say, why is my team, who should be competing, losing to all these shit?
But the Knicks have been like that, man. They've been very inconsistent. They have
don't lose it on one. Just because 130-point loss doesn't mean we suck. We're terrible. We lost by 30. Guess what? Championship teams more than likely have lost by 20, 25, 30 that season at least once. I mean, it's a long season. It sucks. Be pissed, but don't. And it's not the end of the world, is my point, I guess.
No, I get you, and that's the point. But like I said to Mitch before we came on, I said the Knicks. First of all, you just beat Boston in Boston, and you lose to the worst team in the Eastern Conference at home without. I mean, shout out and respect to Siakam, definitely a great player. But you made some of their other players, their role players, look like superstars.
Yep.
You can't do that. You can't sit here and play down, and that's what they're doing. And that's the thing with me.
They dropped their guard, Coach. They dropped their guard a little bit.
But it's the up and down. It's the up and down when you play up to the elite, but then you're playing down to championship teams. Do not play like that.
Right. Correct.
I get to having a bad loss, but there have been quite a few of these losses for the Knicks, and in this season they're only 14. They're 14 games over 500. They're 5 games behind Detroit. I get it. They're in the third spot in the East. But the expectations, remember, the Knicks put themselves in this position with the expectation. You fired Tibbs.
Mm-hmm.
You let go of Tibbs and you brought in Brown. So, and you're basically saying we're expecting to go to the NBA Finals. We're not expecting to go to the Eastern Conference. So the expectation is, as a fan, I'm expecting you to play consistently at an elite level. So whenever I do get to see them, like I watch Brunson, sometimes he starts out slow and I see what he's doing. He's trying to get other guys going. And then come fourth quarter, he just turns it on and, he might have 5 points, but then come the fourth quarter, end of the fourth quarter, he has 30 points. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. But he can get away with that.
Yep.
The rest of these guys, and Towns, I mean, he's been rebounding, but you 20, a little bit over 20 points a game. No, the expectation is you should be playing about 20, getting 25, 27 points a game, getting double-digit rebounds, just flopping, or driving to the lane and always falling and flailing. And then what I say, Mitch, he's now Julius Randle turning around and argue. What was my biggest complaint about Julius Randle? You're always arguing with the refs when the rest of the team is, and now he's doing that. So it's like
damn Kentucky players. What's wrong with them?
There you go.
Get their heads out of their asses already. No, I got you. I mean, look, what you say about Brunson too. I see it. I'm sure you see it with KD sometimes. You're like, damn, KD doesn't seem on. How the hell does he have 35? Maxey has 4 in the first half. He ends up with 30. Shit like that. So all of our teams have that player. It's getting that second player to be consistent and third. That's the key now.
Look at him. I hate to say this. Look at Embiid. Look what Embiid is doing right now.
Yeah, when you have that guy that's clicking, all the pieces of the puzzle don't need to be superstar pieces. They just need to be their piece again. When you have that falling apart, then other players, you're like, well, who else is going to step up and score 30 this time? And it doesn't happen. And then you're wondering, is my team falling apart? So I feel you. So I think that's a lot of the Eastern Conference teams can kind of fall in that category, and a couple in the West too. And it's that time of the year. You can't afford to lose players at all. And that trade deadline, I think, might end up being a lot more important than people think it was. Like there was a lot of big bombs that didn't drop. And because of the Giannis's and the ADs and some of the injuries that went away well with that, we didn't get that huge crisscrossing of superstar talent that we expected right before the trade deadline. Now everyone's like, oh, I hope our house is in order because we're stuck with them now for the most part. We got to run with this squad. We can maybe grab someone, but we can't rely on the buyout market and free agents and shit to save our season. That's never happened. You know what I mean? Like you got to count on those big boys to do what they're supposed to do. And it all comes down to who's healthy when the postseason hits. And if you're playing like Coach is saying and you're losing to the shitty teams, you'd never want that to happen. But you want it to get it out of your system if you're going to in the middle of the season instead of right before the post. Right before the post when you got to turn everything up to 11 and make sure everything is where it should be. So right now it's okay for turbulence if you're going to say that. And I'm the one that can't stand losing, can't stand. I'll segue into the next thing of my own. You know how I feel about tanking.
Yeah.
The Jazz are tanking. The Jazz are tanking. Let me look into the camera. The Jazz are tanking. and even the announcers were talking about, they're saying today, they're like, the players are going to play if they're on the court. But if the coaches are sitting, marketing, and all the players that are scoring and playing, when you're winning or it's a close game, it's obvious. At this point, I kind of wish like the players would revolt or something and be like, we don't want some rookie to come up try to save our team. We're right here. We're just not playing well. Do something with us. Change the system. Do something else. Don't let us not play. Hey, what if I'm marketing and I got a couple 100,000 extra based on my average at the end of the year or something, and I can't reach it if I don't play in the fourth quarter? That is embarrassment to basketball. As much as I hate tanking, this is one of the reasons why. It doesn't guarantee you shit if you keep losing.
We talked about it before you got on, like these the Nets and the Jazz are tanking, but for who? There's no like real like bona fide guaranteed.
You still got to find the gem. It's got to fit your scheme, your team, the other players, your city. There's so many variables. Hardly ever does this is the definite number one. He's going to Cooper Flags and Wemby's don't come every year.
No.
And this year, I don't think we have one because there's already questions about the top four. The top four are supposed to be generational talent. But at the same time, there's holes in each one of the four as their longevity and stuff because we haven't seen enough of them.
Yeah.
Like the point guard from my Cougars, Fleming, he's still a teenager. He's a top 5 pick projected right now, but like he still has a lot of room to grow. I'd prefer if he would stay in school and develop, but going to be a top 5 pick. Who can argue, hey, stay in school? Like, I get
as a fan, if I'm a Jazz fan paying money to go see the game, don't sit my players that I love in the fourth quarter. Even Nick said, and this is true because, hey, let's be real, over half the fucking league makes the postseason with the play-in. You can have a losing record and make the postseason. Jazz could make a push for the play-in if they have a roster that could do it. If they pushed, yes, they could. But now they're like, I'd rather be the idea that an organization would rather be in a fucking draft lottery than hopeful in a postseason. I get it when you're like that terrible consistently, but that's once again loser mentality when you don't want to win.
They have a loser on their team, and his name is Ace Bailey, so it fits him.
He's actually playing a little better recently. So
he's playing a little better, but come on.
Well, that's because out there he's like playing point guard and shit. He's there too. He's there too out there.
Did any of you guys see on Sportsmanlike this morning?
No.
Evan Cohen said he has a way to fix the NBA and with tanking, and he even included the tournament, the in-season tournament. He included the trade deadline, all of it. He said the trade deadline should be this week. The in-season tournament should be the week before the Super Bowl, in between, and he said do it for a whole week. So, and then that way you'll get people going.
Take your break.
Right now, don't do the trade deadline when the Super Bowl is, because and now you have a bad product when you have the tanking going on. He said you move all these things back. No, he said the All-Star game. I'm sorry, the All-Star game is in between the championship and the Super Bowl, and then the in-season the tournament is, I think, next week. So this way, when people come back, because after the Super Bowl, everybody's looking no more football. So now everybody's looking at the NBA, and when you see situations like this, the tanking, people look down upon the sport. But now you get people energized, but it also forces those teams, especially with the tournament, because it is worth something. Now you're going to see teams really, pushing, a little bit more, and you might be in position because really you have 28 games, 30 games left in the rest
Something like
of the
that.
season.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
If you do the tournament next week for a whole week, boom, there you go.
Right.
Oh, mine. The only thing I think is that what they wanted the in-season tournament in the very beginning, because that's where the ratings were the lowest. Like,
yeah, no,
I get that, but I'm not against making arrangements. I mean, but nothing's gonna save you from Markel Fultz or Anthony Bennett. People, you can have the number 1, 2, 3, or 4 pick.
Or Ben
There's
Simmons.
a chance you get someone who sucks, and you did all that for nothing. Especially when you have players that can help carry, like a Markkanen and certain players. Like, what if the Ace Bailey starts panning out and you got a team there that can make a little run in the Western Conference? It's just such a, and I get them. I understand the philosophy behind it because you're looking for the future, but looking for the future gets you what? It gets you 3 picks and you lose your rookie that was really good last year, right, Mitch?
Yep. Trust me, I know that. And
we touched on that last week, but the more and more I think of it, not getting someone in that scenario is hurting our team really bad for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jay brings up a good point. Jay's been tanking for multiple years. Like, this franchise is like cooked.
So why are you? It's like the definition of insanity, doing the same thing and hoping the results are different. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so if your team, if you're tanking and you're getting players and they're not panning out, maybe it's the GM that's doing the decision making that's the problem. And it's like not kind of like lose to solve problems is just a weird way of thinking. I wasn't raised that way. Like, my brain doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I'm a numbers guy at the same time. So I'm crunching numbers. Like, what's the possibility of us getting a top 5 pick? Number one, look at the craziness of let's not talk about fixing it, but let's just talk about the idea of the lottery. Just the idea of the lottery, where the worst team doesn't always get the number 1 pick.
Nick Nurse said both Embiid and Grimes are out tonight.
Kind of figured. Embiid, he was out last game, and Grimes was sick last game. So, I mean,
like, I understand that. I do not envy NBA coaches. What a juggling act between people getting sick in the winter, between injuries, between, so many, load management and minute management. There's so many things. Trying to manage all these egos, having the players make 10 times more than you do, which I'm sure causes many issues. Because that's just human nature. A guy making $5 million coaching 10 players that are making 30 and 40 million. Unless they've earned that respect by winning as a coach, these players ain't going to respect you as much. They just want to go out and earn their 40 million.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. It's just ridiculous.
Spurs released Jeremy
Sochan. Yeah, they did that a couple hours ago.
Michael Scotto said Knicks and Suns were among the teams who had trade discussions surrounding former Spurs Jeremy Sochan prior to the trade deadline. As I previously reported, something to keep in mind as he becomes a free agent now, and both teams have open roster spots.
There you go, Coach. That wouldn't be bad for you at all.
Now let's think before we overreact real quick. Is there a reason they did that? You know, is it a reason that you wouldn't want that on your team, whatever happened? I don't know. I'm just saying, you got to look at all the angles. If you're going to take like Mitch, that's my first response too. That's a player that can really help somebody. Same thing like a Cam Thomas and some of these other guys. Yeah. But if they're being cut or they're being released or they're not being signed, or there may be more reasons that we're not knowing about. You got to do your due diligence to find out all the facts, especially if you're going to take on someone like that, because if there is upside and you're willing to take on the risk, go for it. But I just think you got to do yourself a good service and find out all the details before you.
Well, when you look, I'm going to show you. Well, when you look at the Spurs depth chart, they're pretty deep. Like they have Keldon Johnson there, Julian Champagne, who's actually the starting power forward. So I guess they just let them go because other guys are playing so well.
But how often do teams, especially players that have promise that have done well, just let them go?
Well,
it sounds.
Oh yeah,
no,
like
it sounds like there's something else.
It's his mouth. He talks too damn much for someone who's not. He's a less talented Draymond Green. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
it sounds like
he's athletic as hell. He's athletic as hell though. Like he was in a dunk contest, I think, last year. Or 2 years ago, something like that. Yeah.
He was averaging 4 points.
Yep. He's more the gritty. He's more the gritty guy, like what Rio said, like the Draymond Green type. That's basically.
Well, that also tells me they're seeing something in somebody else that they didn't know they had. So I'm guessing it could be maybe Harper starting to come around. Maybe this Champagne dude's doing well. Keldon Johnson maybe took a leap. I'll tell you what, though, and he got NBA. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but he got the NBA Player of the Week, and that's Stephon Castle. And we've talked about him before not getting enough credit. He did win Rookie of the Year. That is pretty phenomenal back-to-back, regardless if you want to, whatever you want to say. And it's like he's been consistent. Talk about consistency. He does well all the time. You know, so it's maybe someone like him. I don't know. I mean, whether there's something like with Sochan or not, that's just kind of weird. Look, someone named Mitch Kofsky just put it in the chat. Jeremy Sochan got released. Wow. Breaking news.
Well, because Melo was like,
Paul George is out for suspension?
Yeah, he got suspended.
The PEDs. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, it's a slippery slope. We did talk about that a little bit too while you were going, Coach, and I brought up a couple different things. If it is a true mental health issue, then let's hope he gets better and takes care of whatever is troubling him and whatever mistake was made. If that's a lie and he knew the PEDs were there, but he's using his mental health problems or issues for that, that's disgusting. So I don't know all the details on that either, but using mental health as an excuse is horrible. But he is dealing with it, and there was a medication. But I'm like, wait a minute, mental health drugs, they don't suspend you for those. So how did one get mixed up as a PED? Like there might be some details missing here too.
Yeah.
But that's another reason why getting rid of McCain troubles me. Because now Paul George is out. Grimes is hurt.
It needs to make sense because this is the healthiest Paul George has been in how many years? Like
he did
maybe they were PEDs and that's why he was so healthy playing well.
You ready? He did a 360 windmill doing warm-ups and he made 9 threes and they drug tested him.
Yeah.
That's basically
coincidence.
I mean, where there's smoke, there's usually fire or a blunt or something.
Yeah. But here's the thing. My dad was telling me this a couple hours ago. The expansion draft is going to be here in a couple years, so the Sixers could actually put him in that. So one of those teams could draft Paul George.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw top players that will probably be in the expansion draft, and I saw Paul George on it, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, right?
Take him.
I was laughing. I was like, please, just take him. Just take him. But, yeah, Coach Nick wants to ask, who would you rather have, Paul George or Mikal Bridges?
Bridges.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing, though, and I understand Paul George is probably better all around.
10 years ago, Paul George,
in his prime. But Mikal Bridges is a battle. He doesn't miss games. he doesn't miss games. So it's like
stability is availability.
Yeah, so it's like
Oh, Mitch, your old boyfriend's in a celebrity 3-point shootout contest.
I know. It makes no
What does that tell you? Now he's a celebrity. He leads the team, and now he's a celebrity.
Darren McCain, because he's got such a big social media following.
Caleb Williams is in it. Richard Jefferson. Oh, I hate Drewski. I can't stand Drewski. He's not funny at all. And like, if any content creators like us are going to get big and famous, at least get funny ones.
The most bet games, I bet MGM. Detroit Pistons at Toronto, Knicks at the Sixers, Hawks at Charlotte, Washington Wizards at Cavaliers, Portland Trailblazers at the Timberwolves.
What do you objectively, because you guys know I'm a little biased on this situation. So Rios and Coach, what do you think of how Harden's working out with the Cavaliers? Because I'm going to hate on it because I Cleveland and it's Harden. But I want objective because I'm hearing good things about it.
I'm hearing good things also, and it's you know, I mean, what you call Mitch, what you call it is leading the team, but he's right there with what 24, 25 a game. And he just came over there. It's like, whoa.
Well, I'm hearing camaraderie. I'm hearing they're getting well along together. Like, that's huge when it comes to the Batman Robin scenario or having two superstars. If they're gelling, joking around, and having fun, and like, I'll be real, a little scary in the East because that team said last year was only missing one piece. If it's whatever's left in Harden, it could be. So I'm not.
What is one of the things that Harden has always been good at is helping the big man.
Yeah.
Wherever he's been. So it's like, if he can, and I saw that whatchamacallit, not Mobley, what's his name?
Jared Allen.
He had like 24 points also in a game. And I've never seen him score like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, whoa, if Harden helps those bigs and helps the position them, they are really
because I don't like Donovan Mitchell, just like I don't like Maxey or Halliburton, some of these guys as SGA as point guards, because I like them better as off guards because I want them slashing to the basket and I want them using their quickness, because we're missing, and we've all talked about this, the true game controlling point guard of the old days. We don't really have that as much. Yeah. So I was just, because it's starting to be a little scary that if they do click. Plus, the one thing I've always said about the Cavs too, as much as I like Donovan, Spider's one of my favorite type of players. He's not a closer. He proved he couldn't do it last year. But Harden can hit a shot from anywhere in the postseason. And as much as I hate him, I will give respect to the player because he has been that good in those pressure situations.
Well, I will say in early, like game ones, games twos, but closing out games, he has not gotten done. I've
seen like 3, 4, 5, 6 now.
No, I mean, you got 7. Just like you were talking about, a 10-year ago version of him is going to be a big different story. But like I'm saying, if whatever's left in the tank in Harden can, number one, like Coach says, improve the big guys, help team morale, bring them closer together, give them more confidence as a team. And he can also, do what he's doing from time to time. Maybe that pushes Donovan a little bit over, and you get. And I'm surprised that it was the Darius Garland that got him that, and that's how it made it happen. So good for them as a analyst of basketball, as a fan. Fuck everything, Cleveland.
And I just said it about Mikal Bridges, 9th most consecutive games played, 610 games.
See, like those type of players are so valuable. Like,
yes,
you can talk about the people that are scoring 20 plus, or the people that are averaging 10 rebounds, or 8 assists plus. But those type of players make a huge, like, that's, I mean, you only need,
especially in today's game.
That's been my story for when you guys got KD, when you guys got Cat. You have those two big guys that are going to do the normal 25 to 30 guard stuff. That's all you need. Then all the pieces have to be pieces. Like Denver, like Boston, these championship teams are a couple superstars and really good pieces. A shooter off the bench, a 3-and-D guy. You got one of all these things coming off the bench. A spark, a shot blocker underneath, a little bit of this and that. That's what types of teams are going to win.
And It's
that's
about
the
the
teams
role
we're going to be
players.
talking about at the end of the season when we're here. And I'd like it to be our teams.
Yeah.
Who
Before
is
we
this
go
Mitch
into,
guy in the chat keeps talking? Shut him up.
yeah, I'm annoying, right? He's annoying.
Oh, that's you. Oh,
Just mute him.
common. I
Yeah,
just thought that was a common name.
yeah. But before we get into like the All-Star weekend, me and Rios had this good conversation about Kawhi Leonard yesterday. And is he a superstar or no? Do you guys think he is?
In today's game, you mean
Yeah.
today? Not to me.
Like, no, that's exactly what Rios and I said.
Well, to really break it down, what do we, when we talk about a superstar, a lot of people talk about like personality and everything, commercials. You do this. He's never been that type of player.
Right.
I agree with. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with, and if that's your personality, I respect however you want to be. Trust me, I have no problem with it. It's kind of just like Iverson brought new feel and the tattoos, the cornrows, the attitude, the rap, the hip hop attitude, and all that. It's kind of enlightening to see someone different, a nerdy, like nerdy Indiana's football quarterback. He's a big nerd. He's not afraid to admit he's a nerd. But it's enlightening to see something out of the ordinary, and I think that's the same thing we got here.
Yeah. I mean, Kawhi was really good. Like, he had such a bright future when he was with San Antonio. He won a Finals MVP, but then the injuries killed him. It was just like the personality. He would never speak to the media. And I think Stephen A. actually said he's the worst superstar ever. That's what Stephen A. because of the injuries.
Because he got a shock jock, got to say something controversial. And
I
it
don't
has
think that's
truth
controversial, though. I don't think that's
it
controversial.
has truth behind it because, like, once again, literal definition of superstar. Is it just someone who's really good consistently? Like, you go back to Tim Duncan. He wasn't that flashy. He wasn't doing a million commercials and show, so it's like, I get it. It's how you take that word superstar. You want to, is he Hall of Famer? I'd say yes. He's got rings. He's the main reason.
He's a main. Not a first ballot, though. Not even.
I would, maybe he doesn't go on my elite of the elite ranks, but when you're a major part of several championships, you're pretty damn.
And Toronto Raptors run just one year.
I mean, he was the reason. He was the reason they won that. To me,
yeah. I mean, yeah. On the court, Reed nailed it. He's been a superstar on the court. I hate term two-way players, but Kawhi has the best at that, and he won 2 NBA championships and 2 finals MVPs.
A lot of people don't talk about this, but and I could palm a basketball, and the idea of having really, really, really large hands, you know what they say about that, right? Big gloves, but Kawhi Leonard's weirdly huge hands, like when you can palm a ball, like you go back and watch when Jordan used to do that shit in the air, palming it, or in your face and stuff. That gives you a little bit of advantage. Or if you've ever played basketball as a grown man with big hands with a women's basketball, then you realize, holy shit, what I could do with this fucking thing and just torture people. You know what I mean? Because it's a little bit smaller. So that's what Kawhi Leonard is like with a real basketball. So that gave him a big advantage throughout his career, just having the grip on the ball better than probably anybody else. That's why he was called the Claw, too. I mean, plus, two-way, you want to talk about someone who was good at defense, shutting people down and scoring. That was pretty much him, but he was never loud about it. You didn't see him celebrating real crazily, or, he's not that type of person. And I respect that, I respect him being himself.
The only time I ever really seen him like show true emotion was when he hit that shot against you guys.
Yeah. And anybody would. That's pure. And then it's real pure emotion when someone who never shows it just naturally has to exude it. Yep.
Yeah. And I said this last night. He should have gone to the Clippers. Kawhi should have gone to a different organization. I know
nobody should go to the Clippers.
No, that's the point.
Talk about a team like a doomed franchise. I already said take Sacramento, move it to Las Vegas, take the Clippers, move them to Seattle. There's your expansion. You just rejuvenated both of those organizations.
Not Pittsburgh? You don't want to take them on in Pittsburgh? No.
It's just not a big basketball town.
It could be, but it's not. And these people who say it's been a hockey town for since the 90s. That's it. So it's not a hockey town. Like, it just became like no one gave a fuck about hockey before that. Before
No.
Lemieux, no one gave a shit about hockey.
Yeah. So that's just something I wanted to bring up about Kawhi. I mean, it sucked with his injuries. It derailed his whole career.
Like, what could have
But
been?
yeah, Rios, you nailed it right on the head. It's the biggest what if in NBA history. That's
What?
As
like
good as
one
he's
of the
been, he
biggest
could have
what
been
if.
so much more.
Who, Kawhi?
Yeah.
Yeah. As good as
Oh.
he's been, he could have been so much more.
I still think Derrick Rose is the biggest what if. One of the biggest what ifs.
Derrick Rose, Penny Hardaway,
Mhm.
Grant
Yeah.
Hill.
One of
Maybe
the
for
big-
you guys, not for me.
Who? You don't think if he was healthy his whole career, he could have made a lot more damage?
The biggest what if for me, it's always
Oh.
going to be Bernard King.
Oh, yeah.
Always going to be Bernard King.
Well, I'll even go. Even Michael Ray Richardson was a big what if back in the day.
Man, that's true. That's true. Drugs
If he
and
wasn't
everything.
sniffing and Griffin,
Yeah.
whatever he because that was all the talk was he's the next big thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to be the Michael Jordan.
Yes.
I mean, the biggest what ifs, Ben Simmons.
You
Well,
could say that.
That's one of them too, because
that's
you know,
fair.
coming out of college,
Mm-hmm.
supposed to make
He
a
didn't even
difference
go to
somehow.
classes at all.
Magic Johnson Part 2, you know, type of player, but no, never panned out. Like I said, that's what I'm talking about. When you're losing on purpose, hoping you get the right pick.
Ooh,
God,
that
there's
is a
lot.
good
Len
one.
Bias,
Reed
yeah, that's another
Dion.
great one.
Reed, he just gave two good ones.
Len
Bias and Drazen Petrovic.
Hank Gathers in there too, if he ever got to be a
Yeah.
pro.
Okay.
We never got to
God
see what
rest
he
his
could have
soul.
panned out to be.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I actually, years ago, when I was a part of Spotlight Sports Network, we had the privilege to interview Ben Kimball, or
Bo Kimball. Bo.
Kimball. Sorry, Bo. Yeah, that was just great. He was telling us about the whole thing with Gathers and everything. Like, I need to find that interview, and I think it's on my channel.
Dude,
I
that
gotta
time
find it.
between
Yeah,
like the Bias and the Gathers,
Mm-hmm.
it was weird playing basketball because like now you're like people are actually like because like collapsing on the court. Like this isn't someone was in a car accident and died, or you know someone had cancer and passed away, which are horrible things. This is like on the field, on the court, someone just falls over and hundreds of people witness it. And it's not just a normal player; it's one that had so much promise. Both of them. The people were talking about Len Bias was going to be a top 3 pick. It was just a matter of where was he going to go.
No, he was. He was drafted by Boston, and I think he was number 4, if I'm not mistaken. And
it's like that's crazy.
That night, yeah, exactly, man.
You reach your dreams, you never get to live them out.
So I read about this guy years ago. No one's brought him up. Earl Manigault.
yeah.
Yes.
I know about him. Yeah.
Played at the Rucker, one of the best street ball players you will ever see. Could jump up so high that he could put a quarter on the top of the backboard.
Yep.
Yeah,
I heard about him as a kid in high school because I played on the basketball team. We would have to learn about the history of like the league and all the players. And that I've always remembered that name. It just popped in my head right now. 30 plus years later.
Yep. One of the best New York City players ever. You talk about Skip to Malou, man. He could put Skip to Malou to shame with the way he could play. So he was back in coming out. He was getting the reputation like Dr. J was when he was coming out of high school, and Doc had that rep that even the NBA players wanted to play him, and Earl was the same way. So.
Yep, like right here, T3 and D. Earl Manigault. It was in the same class as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he even brought up Reggie Lewis. That's a name.
Yeah, that's
I haven't heard of
another one,
that
too.
name in God knows how long.
Yeah, I can tell you from personal experience, man. Watching somebody pass on the quarter of the field, and you're the opposition, it just totally shocks. It shakes you up completely, man. And it's something that you will never forget. And it's just like we're just playing a game, you know. And then real life hits you, and it just, you know, I don't even want to go too far with it, man.
Yeah.
You saw like recently with the Bill safety, DeMar Hamlin, like over and like that dude died on the field.
I know. That's like the scariest thing known to man.
It really grounds you. It makes you think about other things that you don't normally think about when you're out there playing a game.
No.
But that's not a bad thing. I'm a believer in everything happening for a reason. When something like that happens, it makes you think about, you know, you're more worldly, you're more aware of your surroundings, or you're going to be more, when you lose, one of my childhood friends passed away this past week, and I got to go to a funeral on Friday, and I'm not looking forward to it because this is one of those guys that could tell you stories for days and make you laugh and always friends with everybody. It's like, so when those type of surprise deaths happen, especially at the bigger level, get you even thinking down here, like hug your loved ones, tell your friends you love them all you can. You never know when it can just be your time. Even playing a game like this, we're all human.
Yeah. But let's get into the 3-point contest here. Controversial with Dame Lillard being in it, and it's not even in Portland.
Who's gonna have the nicest fingernails? Oh, that's
Gary
the celebrity
McCain's
one.
not
I'm
even
sorry.
in this one.
That's the celebrity one. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
because the real Sixer shooter is gonna win it. Maxey, baby, or Booker can win it too, or Murray.
The fact that Tari Eason's not in there, he's leading the league in 3-point percentage. He's not in it like this.
Who?
Tari Eason. He's shooting 48% from 3. 48%.
What's he, 5 for 11?
No, he's shoots a lot more than that. He makes about 2 or 3 a game.
So when Mitch was talking about this the other day, Coach, I had to bring up, and I know you probably remember this. In a 3-point shootout back in the day, he was a free agent. He wore an NBA warm-up sweatsuit to shoot in the 3-point contest. He was not on an NBA team at the time. Do you remember who it was? I had to look it up.
Former Chicago Bull?
Yep. Because I was thinking Dale Curry, and it wasn't Dale Curry.
No, I could see his face too.
Yep.
Bald head, with dark skin.
Don't look in the chat if you don't want to spoil it, because they just put it in the chat.
I'm not even. I don't even see. I'm on another page, so stop me from going.
I remember my boy Brent
Paxson. It's not Paxson. It's black guy too.
Yep.
Oh my gosh!
Yep. You got
his
it.
Name. I forgot his name. I think he was a key reserve. It's not B.J. Armstrong.
First name rhymes with Greg.
Craig Hodges.
There you go, Hodges.
Dame Lillard hasn't played a single game.
Yeah, but that's what it reminded me of, because I remember seeing a 3-point shoot. He's wearing this red, white, and blue jumpsuit, said NBA logo on it. He had no team. I was like, who are you representing? He's like, I'm representing Craig Hodges.
Well, T3&D said Craig Hodges has won 3 shootouts in a row. Really? Oh, wow.
Damn. Okay.
90, 91, 92.
He was a slinger. He was a slinger. And Chuck Person used to be them ones who would just sling them.
But it makes no sense. Why is he there?
Because if you can shoot and they want you in it and it's in your hometown, then you're in it.
But
why is it such a big deal? Why does it make you so angry? Why are you so upset about
it? Because he's taking up a spot for another person, for another player. I feel like this is WWE.
Is it in Portland?
No.
No, it's in the Clippers.
Isn't it sometimes Compton?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What is the NBA known for? Marketing.
Yeah.
You do something like that, people are going to watch. They're going to want to watch. And NBA All-Star Weekend, especially the 3-point shootout, is now the marquee, not the dunk contest, the 3-point shootout. So you put him in there, people are going to tune in. One, to see what he's going to do, because like you said, he's hurt.
Newsworthy. He's in.
People don't care. They want to see that.
And the doctors have to clear him to do it. He wouldn't be doing it if the doctors didn't say, yes, you can stand out there with non-contact and shoot. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So, and with a 3-point shot, you're not going up physically against anyone. So it's just you shooting at the basket. So,
and if my memory serves me right, he's not a high elevation shooter too. He doesn't go off the ground too much. So I don't think he's that much risk. Some other players are getting high off the ground, shooting at the top. They could still come down and sprain an ankle if you're trying to rush to get to that last bucket or something, and anything could happen. But I get it. Like you say, it's marketing, it's promotion, it's a show. People quit expecting All-Star weekends and Pro Bowls and stuff to be this big competition. It's an exhibition. That's all it is. Have fun with it. It's a showcase of the best players. They don't want to go out there and get hurt, so they're not going to go full blast all the time. But I'll tell you what, there is one guy out there who's already said he's going to go full blast, and he hopes the rest keep up with him, and that's Wemby. I heard the quote. He goes, I'm playing 100%, and I hope people follow with me. I said, good. It's
he
good to hear.
Scored 40 last night.
Yeah, whether he does it or not.
That's how it used to be. Like the Jordans and the Kobe's, those guys didn't take it. They loved to play, and they were going 100%.
I
remember Jordan calling Shaq out for a one-on-one in one of those All-Stars, and they cleared the court for him.
I loved All-Star games when Sean Taylor was out there blasting quarterbacks. I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is that's the way All-Star games, Magic, back in the days, Bird, they wanted to tear you apart on the other side.
So, until they start throwing 10 million at them, you're not going to get the competition, but you'll get the showmanship. And that's what I look forward to. I look forward to, a one-on-one of two guys that we never saw, like, stuff like that, like close out, like get clear out. Let me have this guy do some of that stuff back and forth where the same two dudes are shooting from logos for a couple minutes, shit like that. That's what I look forward to because you're not going to get that in a real game. Let's have fun.
Yeah. So who do you guys have winning it? Who do you guys have winning the 3-point?
I'm going to want Maxey.
Kanaka.
I'm going to pull for him.
I'm going.
You want Nipples?
Yeah.
Nipples to win. I mean, as far as the way he's been shooting, but I mean, this is a different scenario. This is out of a game. This is like a practice. It's a completely. No, I'm not saying that they're not used to it or okay with it, but it is a different scenario than the rhythm of the game. And stuff like that, where you're taking all the shots. There's a rack next to you. You practice it a million times, but it is a little different. I've been in 3-point shootouts. It's very nerve-wracking because even though there's only 5 on your team, when you're the only one that they're staring at now. So it's all you.
Who's in a dunk contest? I forget.
It's fucking pathetic. They didn't. Shaden Sharp's hurt, so there goes one of the best dunkers in the game. It's like
I got it.
Only 4 people they can do 8. Like they really can. You just got to tweak the rules and you can go back to 8.
Yeah. So we got Carter Bryant, Jackson Hayes, Tensara Johnson, and Jace Richardson.
Carter Bryant should win it. He's athletic as hell.
I'm going Jackson Hayes.
He's terrible. T3 and D, like you say, like Bobby Portis for the upset. That's the thing with a 3-point shootout too. Shooters are very streaky. So you never know who could win a 3-point shootout.
Yeah, that's his son, actually. Jason Richardson's son is Jace Richardson. So.
Oh, wow. Small world.
Yeah. So he's got to win now. He's got to win now.
And he could be like, yeah, LeBron, you and your son never won a dunk competition. Me and my son did. Ha-ha!
Take that.
NBA father-son thing that you didn't do. How you like that, LeBron? I'm still the best. I don't care. I don't want to be. I'll be the dunk competition next year. Yeah. Next year. I'll be in it. Yep. I promise.
Actually, here's something that's actually kind of interesting. I just saw this on Twitter. Vince Carter reveals that the NBA offered him, LeBron, Kobe, and Tracy McGrady $1 million each to do the slam dunk contest.
I heard that rumor back in the day.
Yeah, it's been going on for years, and we all know LeBron.
This is the first time I've heard it.
Here's the thing: if I'm Mark Cuban, I love basketball. I'm hearing that he's trying to get a little group together to buy back the.
He wants to get Dallas back.
Just as an example, because he's a Yinzer, he's a Pittsburgher. This is something that he would do. He loves it. Throw $5 million at out there for the dunk competition. You're a billionaire, dude. Get 5 companies to donate $2 million. You got $10 million.
I'll take 5.
You got $10 million. $10 million prize. So $5 million for the dunk. $5 million for the dunk, $5 million for a 3-point shootout, and you watch these players, at least more of them, come out of the woodwork. Don't give me this bullshit. You might get hurt because I guarantee if we had video of your practices, you guys are doing crazy dunks in the practices.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get hurt at any point in time, so I don't buy that I could get injured thing.
You can get hurt taking the trash out.
This is where I do agree. I'm not many things, but I do agree with Stephen A. Smith when he says that LeBron James ruined the dunk competition when he promised he would be in it the next year and then pulled out because then the rest of the stars stopped getting in it. And if he would have kept going in it, more stars would have kept going in it and it would still be, similar. It's never going to be like it used to be. Yeah. But I'll still love it regardless.
Like the time Rex Dominique stole the dunk contest from Rex.
Yeah, off of Kenny Smith too, because Kenny Smith between the legs off the backboard was still one of my favorites. Actually, I did that in the dunk competition that I was in before because that's creative. Who's doing shit like that? You know?
There was just so much creativity back then.
Super passionate about it. I'm always been like, just do two things. No jumping over people, no self oops. Take those two things out of it. Let's get fucking creative.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, last thing, Brandon Ingram's replacing Steph Curry for the All-Star game.
Sorry.
No, everything okay, Coach?
I'm laughing at it's Mike Garofalo. He just tweeted, the Dolphins are hiring Kevin Patullo as their passing coordinator.
Yes.
And I said, if I said that to you, you would just laugh. So
you know what? I hope they have the #1 passing game next year. I hope they draft Ty Simpson and he's the best thing since sliced bread or something. And their passing team. And I'm like, what happened? Just like Kenny Gainwell, he sucked so bad. Then he came over to us and was real good.
I see. Simpson,
he was your best player.
Simpson is going to two teams, either the Jets or the Steelers. I see him going to one of those two, but we'll see.
Probably the Jets, because why not?
Yeah. Yes, Chad, I would definitely take $5 million. Yeah. All right. Last thing. Predictions for tonight. Atlanta at Charlotte. I'm going Charlotte. Atlanta is basically done. Anthony Davis is not even playing for the rest of the year.
They're playing. Yeah. Atlanta's playing with the nozzle on the toilet seat.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. You guys going with Charlotte too? I guess
they're playing really well right now, which I'm surprised anyone are saying that right now.
Oh, that overrated bum LaMelo Ball.
Hey, they're winning games, right? Washington at Cleveland.
Nipple. It's all Nipples team now.
We'll see about that. But Washington at Cleveland, I'm going Cleveland.
Yeah, they're just playing. James Harden was a big addition for them, and yeah, it's making a big difference.
Just wait till they get LeBron. Just wait till they get LeBron next year.
Yeah. Hey, man.
No. I you know what? I'm gonna say it now. This is my prediction for LeBron next year.
Oh boy,
he's going to go on his farewell tour,
just like Kobe did. Yeah,
and he's going to go on a farewell tour, not in Cleveland, but in the Big Apple, playing for the Brooklyn Nets.
I hope you're right, Coach. I hope you're right.
I hope you're right. Jesus. But yeah, next up.
And we'll be the best damn team ever. And Bronny's coming with me, and Bryce will be with me the year after
they can pay him the $50 million, so there you go.
Milwaukee at Orlando. I'm taking Orlando. Yeah. Chicago.
To me.
Yeah. Rios, who you got?
Obviously Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah. Chicago at Boston. Give me Boston.
We didn't really talk about that before, and I know we'll talk about it more as it get close to it. That's another scary team if Tatum comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were actually last night, Rios, after you got off the stream, me and the chat had a good conversation. Should Tatum even come back?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but you don't want to rush it. That's what they were saying. I'm like,
oh, okay. No, but if he's physically able to and he feels confident enough,
yeah, you bring him back.
He's that level.
Like he puts him over the hump. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No-brainer.
Yeah. They would trade Harden to the Lakers for LeBron. Yeah. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Indiana at Brooklyn.
Remember, Indiana has pretty much their G League team playing tonight.
Yeah, but their G League team beat the Knicks yesterday.
Yeah, I was just going to say, coming from Coach Indiana, it doesn't matter who's on their team. They can still win.
This is going to be one of the worst games on TV tonight. I feel sorry for anyone that bought tickets to watch this.
It sucks when it happens to your team, but I like to be devil's advocate. That's next man up. That's these kids getting an opportunity and trying to shine. So I can't really hate on it unless it's against my team. Then I'll hate on it.
Yeah.
But to see teams that are supposed to lose win, that means somebody stepped up.
I'm going with Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm taking the Nets.
I'm taking Indiana.
Yeah, I'm going with the Pacers.
I'm just hoping they trade Halliburton to us for Paul George next year.
Knicks at the Sixers.
I'm pulling from the Sixers. I'm not
I'm going Sixers.
I'm trying to pull for my team.
I'm gonna go with the Knicks. I think with no Embiid, that kind of hurt you guys a little bit. As much as
Brunson is pissed.
It does.
That's what you don't realize. He was interviewed and he was pissed about the loss last night.
Happy about having Embiid plumb back, play well, but when he's not there, it does. You could notice the difference now. To beginning of the year, and I was saying how when Embiid and Paul George came in, it did slow down the team because there are two paces when you have Maxey and VJ out there with like Bona and them. It's a different pace, and I enjoyed watching that team a lot more. But when Embiid is performing, it's undeniable. He's literally, and I would not say this unless I really meant it and saw it, because you guys know how I feel about the frustration of him. That I've seen some old Embiid recently, like shit he hasn't done for 10 years. The reason why coming out of Kansas, this was not necessarily exactly, but athletic Shaq type things they were saying, doesn't have legs anymore, but you keep making those mid-range shots. And he's even, Mitch, as much as I know me and you hate it, he's making his threes lately too. So you just take the good with the bad, like him or not. If
he's
you're playing well,
30 and 10 basically right now. Like
jumping on that bandwagon, get my Embiid rookies back out to the front. All my
I can't stand him shooting threes. I can't.
But if they do go in, then I can't stand it either.
I'm still like, why would you shoot that?
When he shoots
I
three, it
feel
looks
the
like
same
a
about
tree falling.
shooting threes. I'm like,
It
no,
looks like a tree
shooting.
falling over when he shoots a three. I mean, it literally looks like a tree, and most of the time he does fall over.
Oh, look, halftime,
Halftime
Kitty Cat. What is up, halftime? And yep, halftime with halftime show with halftime for the halftime.
Halftime that hates Jared McCain. I know he said on his last stream he doesn't hate him.
Yes, he does.
I think he does.
Detroit at Toronto. I'm going Detroit.
Oh, speaking of your boy McCain, did you hear his serenade to the 76ers, his goodbye song, his goodbye TikTok?
Yep.
Good fucking riddance. I'm sorry.
Hey.
What was the game? That's lame, dude.
I don't care. I don't care. Detroit at Toronto. I'm going Detroit.
I'll take Toronto home.
Wait a minute. How many players did they lose because of the suspension?
I think it was it 3 on one team and 2 on the other?
It was just 3.
Oh, 3.
Was there 5 people total that were suspended? 3 on one team, 2 on the other? I think I can remember.
It's Duncan Robinson and who else?
Duncan Robinson got fined for what? Walking away?
Sorry, he should have got suspended. My bad. He should have been suspended.
That's just. I mean, I'm not as hard on it as other people are. Go in and help your boys, or just get disgusted because you're going to lose fucking players now.
I'm going to take Toronto. I'm going to take Toronto.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised. That's going to be that's going to be a game of the night right there. Like Rio says, there's a lot of shit games, but that's probably a game of the night. And Sixers Knicks could be game of the night.
Clippers at the Rockets.
Rockets.
Clippers.
Even though Harden's not there anymore,
I mentioned this yesterday when we were streaming the Rockets and Clippers game. Like after KD talked to Hakeem Olajuwon, he seems rejuvenated. Like he felt like he's like, seeing your number in the rafters. Like I feel so proud to be a Rocket. Like I want to, make you proud, and I want to have my number up there as well.
I love that, Coach. We're old school. The tradition of an old head that is a legend coming back to talk to younger players. I mean, when the Steelers do their thing and the players, that's all I hear from the players the next week. Man, I got to meet Joe Green. I got this guy come back, give me advice. So that as much as people might think that's a little thing that he's talking about, that's fucking huge.
It is.
To have a culture like that in your organization where players want, because think about it. And I don't mean to interrupt you, but think about Barry Sanders and Megatron. They don't come around up there. They ain't like big time in Detroit. They had fallouts. Like a lot of these big players, they had fallouts. They're not involved in their city as much, but we got to be blessed to have something like that. Like that's huge. That could bring your team together even more.
You can see with his work with Şengün, like the post moves. I mean, it's reminiscent of Hakeem back in his prime.
Hey, he's an all-star. He's your boy's an all-star now.
Should have been voted one to begin with.
Yeah, but the cosmos works itself out.
Yeah.
Ball don't lie is what they say.
Portland at Minnesota. Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah, they're missing too many players.
Miami at New Orleans. Against Blaze's favorite team, the Pelicans.
Is anybody? I guess are the Heat sitting players or are they playing the roster?
I think they're playing the roster. I'm going to Miami.
Yeah, they're playing the roster. Miami.
Yeah, they kind of have to. For not making any trades at the deadline again. Yeah. Thunder at the Suns. This is a good game, honestly. I'm going. I'm going Thunder though.
Well, they played really well despite the injuries. They've been playing pretty well.
I'm going Thunder.
Yeah, still going Thunder. They're just even without SGA, even without J-Dub, they're still really fucking talented.
Oh my god. Coach, who you got? Thunder, Suns.
I'll take the Thunder.
Kings at the Jazz.
These are two teams
I'll just take the Jazz just because of Ace. That's the only
reason.
It'll be
why. Utah State versus Sacramento State.
Well, is JJ playing? Is Jaren Jackson?
The Jazz are sitting their players.
Well, but they're waiting to the fourth quarter.
I don't know.
I don't know if that was just a couple game thing or if that's going to continue.
I'll take the Jazz.
I'm taking the Kings.
Yeah, it's hard to take it. It's hard to take a team that's been benching their starters when they're winning.
I mean, who's on the Kings?
DeRozan. Oh, there's resting players too.
Yes.
Oh, them is because their players are old. Versus
the
Jazz is them because they want to tank. Because Markkanen's mid-20s. Ace Bailey is barely
19. He's 19.
Yeah, he's not even. He's still a teenager.
Zach LaVine, yeah, he's there.
LaVine, Monk, and DeRozan.
T3 goes triple overtime. Kings and Jazz.
Oh, they got the bonus too.
Yeah.
Or penis, my bonus.
I'm still taking the Jazz. I'll just take the Jazz. I'll stay with it.
Grizzlies at the Nuggets.
I want the Jazz. I'm sorry, I didn't say. I want the Jazz because Markkanen is going to score 90. He got to do it in the first 3 quarters, though.
Halftime, probably.
I'm going Denver.
Can you imagine being a player, be like, man, we got to be winning this game by like 50 by the third quarter because he's going to bench us all.
That's wild. Now I'm gonna go Nuggets too. Jamal Murray has been playing pretty well, and I'm not sure if Joker's playing, but even if he doesn't play, like the other guard, I can't remember his name, but the other guard they have as well, he's playing really well too.
Denver's just gonna have Memphis's Nuggets.
Woo! Yeah, Memphis, little Southern barbecue nuggets.
Spurs,
the Memphis barbecue balls.
Spurs at the Warriors.
Come on,
Spurs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Spurs.
Dylan Harper.
Come on, play.
That is one of the all-time great movies. Please, yes. And they just it was the anniversary. It was just the anniversary yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, of when it first came out.
Anybody want to buy some Jared McCain rookie cards? I got like 50 of them. I do not want them now.
You don't want them at all?
Hell no.
Why?
He's not on my team no more. I collect him from my team.
You got players from other teams that are on cards.
He's on the Oklahoma City Zesties now. He's on the TikTok team. The TikTok Thunder.
So he's gonna get a ring.
I hope not.
He's gonna get a ring.
I said that too, that he's on a team that's probably gonna get him a ring, but I'm like, I hope not too.
Well, me for different reasons, because no, I want to see them win again. They got the one, they're good.
All right. Oh, they just updated the rosters for the All-Star. Who's taking Giannis's spot?
Who's got the zestiest backcourt? The Thunder.
Tell that to our crew.
We gotta get Cat over this. We get the all zesty team together.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Hit that like and get blazed.
All right, guys. We're gonna end the show.
It's called Get Blazed.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna end the show here. Coach, it was a pleasure to have you back on, man. It was a good surprise.
I'll be seeing a lot more of me. So,
oh, you want to see a lot more of me?
I got to talk to you two once we get off.
All right.
There you go.
Oh God.
You can see a lot more of me right now.
I gave you that idea.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Hey, Blaze, you better be careful. Bubba might come. Bubba is going to be calling for you, bro.
Bring it on, Bubba. I'm Tobias Harris. I should be in the All-Star game and the dunk competition and the three-point shootout.
What is it? Your 500-pound mate?
Yeah, I am Tobias Harris, the greatest of all time, bitches.
Butterfly.
I muted him. All right, guys. You'll catch you up.
I love Mitch Koski. He's my hero.
All right, guys. We'll catch you all later. Kind of end this. You're scared now? Me too. With that being said, we'll catch you all later. Have a good one and peace.